H-O-G, hog. Okay, I got a little hog in the mail. House of Greathouse Customs rods and cranks. I'm very excited. Steve Greathouse, thank you very much. I'm super pumped to use these lures, and I know exactly what I'm going to use them for. Steve makes a lot of really cool custom lures. You need to check him out on Facebook, but I got 3 of them here that are just going to be the bomb down here. I don't have the opportunity to throw a lot of shallow crankbaits nor deep diving crankbaits because of, well, the bodies of water that I've been in so far. There's just not a lot of really fallen timber. There's not a lot of structure underneath. There's not a lot of rocks unless you're up on the shore and stuff like that. But you get out there, 10, 20, 30 feet, you're very soft bottoms that you have here in Florida. Now, you can obviously throw a shallow crankbait and a deep diving crankbait if you want to dredge through some of that stuff. But what I have always found really, really effective was the little Griffin style lure. This one right here is a Griffin Fire and Ice. This is the famed Japanese lure. Really cool round bill. This thing pops back and forth like a pinball. It absolutely recovers really fast too, so if you're going to go over some structure or rock or anything like that, man, I mean, it just darts all over the place. The action is insane on something like this, but a beautiful paint job that he has going on there. Love the red eyes, how they're offset back in there with a little eyebrow coming up over the top. Really gives it a really cool look. This is an absolute killer. This is going to be nice. I can throw this in 1-2 feet of water. Absolutely a brilliant lure if you're going after some smallmouth, because these hold and track very well in some current. So really, really excited to use this on one of my SJ light rods. It's going to be a lot of fun to use that one right there. So the Griffin Fire and Ice, like that one. We have a redfish tournament coming up in the lagoon. I'm pretty excited about this one. It's the first redfish and speckled trout tournament that I'll be entered in, so I'm really pumped. There's no doubt about it that I'm either going to be throwing top water for big reds, big speckled trouts, or I'm going to be throwing big flukes. Obviously, one of the go-tos is the Spook, and I'm really excited about this one, which is like the mega bass, Twighlight Hachiro. That beautiful color, something that's going to be, the sun's going to hit this and it's just going to pull the big reds up from underneath in that grass. They're going to see this and just smash it. I mean, it's just going to come over the top of it and just crush it. Love it. 4-inch Spook style. Spook's been, a lure that's been around for, 50 plus years. It's really created the walking the dog style. And that's a great style to really aggravate bass, to create a strike out of them. You run that over top of a bass, and it's just one of those situations that they just can't deny. Great sounding one knocker in the back of that. It's going to set that down in the water a little bit when you pause. Boom, boom. Nice fast action. Rod's going to allow that to really work, walking the dog style. As long as you got a fast action tip, you can even, for kayak anglers, you can have a 6'9" or 6'10" rod, but you need that tip, that fast action to really create a walking the dog style. But this one right here is going to be great for the bass, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant for some inshore fish. So this is going to be actually loaded up, and this will be one of my first lures that I cast early morning on that redfish and speckled trout tournament. I love that one. Now, there's big bass here in Florida, really big bass. In fact, there's big bass right back here. Captain Mo, just 6-pound, 14-ounce cherry on top at the end of a beautiful bass fishing day. Big lures make big bites. Right there. Just another Spook style right here. This is the Ghost. It's a 0.8 ounce lure. A little heavier lure, but these are brilliant when it comes to walking the dog again and having that style of just sitting in that one target zone for a while. You're not going pop, pop, pop this way. You're going sideways, and you're holding that in that target zone for a lot longer. Brilliant. Find a nice open spot between some lily pads, maybe the wind's blowing a little bit, disrupting the surface. You have a nice calm area in the lily pads there. You toss this in the middle of them lily pads. Back and forth a few times. They hear that. They got the one knocker in the back with the 3 little bearings right up here that give it a low pitch and a high pitch sound. Undeniable right there. Bring it out. Love the eyes, Steve. Those look really good. This paint job on the Ghost is just awesome. Transparent. Those fish are going to look up and see some movement. They're just going to go nuts. They're not going to take a chance on it getting by because it's it's fight for your life down there in some of those environments. This is one that they're absolutely going to hit. I love it, bringing up the big bass. Steve Greathouse, H-O-G, House of Greathouse Customs rods and cranks. You can have a fishing rod made by Steve. You can have some crankbaits made by Steve. Check him out on Steve Greathouse Facebook. Steve, thank you very much. I will give you a full report when we bring the big reds in. Thank you, buddy. John Graves Kayak Fishing. Over and out.